better cornerback or defensive back when playing the game of football. First thing you need to know trying to be a cornerback is you must have a steady base. When you say having steady base, your legs must be at least shoulder width apart. You can have your feet side by side, or you can have them staggered, whichever more comfortable for the athlete. I remind you, when you're in this stance, your feet are at least shoulder width apart, your feet are underneath your shoulders. You bend down, squat down in a certain position. You do not want to stand up too high. You do not want to lean too far forward to have all the weight on the balls of your feet, because you will lose your balance. So the ideal position you want to be in when you squat down for a cornerback position, you want to be like this. Not like this, not here, and not on your heels, because you will lose your balance. This is important to remember because as a cornerback, we have to guard the receivers, and we also have to have our eyes in the backfield. But when you come up to the line, a cornerback stands like so. When the receiver comes off of the line of scrimmage, as a cornerback, you will have your hands up. If the receiver makes a move, when you come up the line of scrimmage, your first step will most likely be a back pedal, which means you're going to take a step back. So when you're like this, they say hike, your receiver comes off the line. This will be your initial first step because you don't know what the receiver is going to do. Now, if the receiver comes off of the line of scrimmage and you can tell that the receiver is going full speed, you as the cornerback will be in your position. When you take that back pedal and you see the receiver begin to open up his stride as a cornerback, what you will do is, when you back pedal, you will then open your stride, open your hips up to allow yourself to run downfield. So if you're doing it, you're down, the receiver comes off the line, you open up. When you open up, that gives you the momentum that you need to try to keep up with the receiver at that time. A drill that we can do that will help with your reaction time with the receiver coming off the line, we have a cone drill. And during this cone drill, you will come up to your line of scrimmage. Get down in your stance as a cornerback. When we say hike, you will begin your back pedal. You back pedal until you get to your first cone. Once you get to this cone, you will then open up and you will sprint back to the next cone. When you get to the next cone, you will then, once you get to the cone, you break back down and you'll back pedal once again. Once you get to the next cone, behind that, you then open up your stride and go in the opposite direction. This drill helps you to react to the quarterback and the receiver at the same time. If I'm in the drill and I come back, my receiver cuts, I open up my hips to turn with my receiver. I run up the field with that receiver. If the receiver then comes back to run downfield, you return back to your normal back pedal position. So if it's full speed, you're like, open up real quick like. So you're down in your stance. You back pedal, receiver cuts, you open to run with your receiver. At the same time, you ensure that your eyes are on the receiver. Do not get caught looking in the backfield at the quarterback, because the quarterback can pump fake and your receiver can hit you what they like to call a double move. So if you're guarding your receiver and you open up, bet you take your eyes off of your receiver and turn downfield to look towards the quarterback. You have not lost sight of the receiver. He's downfield. That's not what you want to do as a cornerback. So all times, you keep your eyes on your receiver. So you back pedal, you open up, he goes back, you back pedal again, you open up the opposite direction. You do this until the play is over. As a cornerback, you always guard your receiver. That is a very important part of playing defense. Another drill that can help you with your skills as a cornerback is another cone drill. difference between this cone drill and the last cone drill is this drill only focuses on you backpedaling and breaking back towards the line of scrimmage in case you have to react to a run or the receiver cuts in front of you. During this drill, you line up on the cone like so. Get down in your stance, you begin to backpedal. You backpedal until you get to this next cone. When you get to this cone, you break and sprint back forward. The cone diagonally across. Get to that cone, you then backpedal again until you get to the green cone. You sprint back across again. Get down, backpedal. You do this drill 4 or 5 times straight. This works on your reaction and the explosion in your hips that'll help you react to the ball. And this is some of the equipment that you will use to work on some of your drills. You have your cones, like so. You have your ladder to do ladder drills. And you also have these hurdle drills. You can incorporate these any way you want to improve your skills.